or a buyer buys a house, we are now controlling their economic future. Think about that. The biggest investment probably they're going to make in their life is going to be that real estate project. And they got to get that right. Okay, so I've had many people come in here. Am I on screen? It doesn't look like it's pointing at me.
You're on screen.
Really? Okay. So they come in, husband and wife. This is a typical scenario. They come in and they say, well, we're thinking about selling our house. So we start talking. And they said, well, we need the money. I said, well, and they said, well, my son moved out. My daughter is living in Alaska. And they say, all we have is our home. When I hear that, Anthony, it goes right into me, you know. That's it. If you take that away, economically, they have nothing. And then what are they going to do? Social Security? So they often is that said to me, that they'll say, oh, thank God we have this house. I'm working with another person, a buyer. He has money in a savings account, and what do you get? Less than 1%? You don't get anything anymore. You know anything about that, Eve?
No.
You get almost nothing on interest in a savings account. Okay?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, you're right.
Right?
Yeah.
And then on the 401ks, didn't they lose a lot of money?
Supposedly.
Yeah, with the recession,
Yeah.
when the economy
Yeah.
fell apart,
That's right.
Everybody lost.
That's right.
Yeah.
Not everybody, but I think if you prepare, like converting the garage to a guest house, you got to have that extra income if things go wrong. But you got to buy right. But meanwhile, as the value of money goes up and then it comes down, it goes up and it gets up, the real estate keeps pace with that. And the Chinese know this. They're very smart. They're buying up Irvine, I think. Okay, because they're not putting their money in a bank or 401k, they're buying real estate, Paul. Okay, and that is the big investment. I feel it is the safest investment because you have a grant deed. The people who gave their money to Bernie Madoff, the sociopath, they lost all control. But when you have real estate, right, Paul, you've got a deed, right? You've got the land, and you've got the house on the land, or whatever it is on the land, and you've got title. You've got something. So I feel it's the only way to go, is real estate. You want to gamble, go to the horse trial, horse races, or something like that. But real estate is what keeps moving. You can blow holes in the land, but it's still there. Right, Anthony? It says, you know, and then you can build on it, you can do it, but you have it. That is the key thing. So people who bought homes, let's say 25 years ago, you know what I paid for my home on a half acre about 25, 30 years ago? $125,000. And it's a big place. But now what is it worth? Well, maybe $700,000, $800,000. Okay, I'm being very conservative. But it kept pace with the inflation. Whereas in the bank, it's never going to happen. So I would say to my friends and people, buy real estate. And if you can generate income as residential income property, then you're even way ahead of the game, which is all I've done. That's what I've done, Anthony, all the time. And I'll tell you what else I'm doing. If you could borrow money at 4%, I could borrow money, let's say, from Wells Fargo, 4%. But I'm going to lend it to Eve because she has a magnificent house. It's worth $800,000, and she needs $100,000 to add on a room. And she said, I don't want to go to bank. I don't want to go through all of that. I could lend her $100,000 at, let's say, 8%. I'm making 4% just by moving paper. This is really great, and I do it a lot, by the way, Anthony. So I'm making 4% of $100,000. I'm making $4,000 a year, all because I moved some paper on my desk, which I did twice this week. I did one for $170,000, a first trustee, and then I did another one for $75,000, another first trustee. all right, and I'm getting 12%. All right, but you gotta find a deal. That's where you gotta know people. Knowing people is the key to everything. And you've gotta have your business card on you at all times, which I know you do, Anthony, okay? And I like to give them something. Hello, come on in.
Hi, sorry.
Have a seat, make yourself at home.
Okay.
So how have you been, Joe? What's going on? You look very, what's going on? You attending the bar or what today? What's
Yeah,
going
doing
on?
that tonight.
Yeah?
Yeah.
How are the kids?
They're out of town.
Oh, okay. What were we talking about?
Business cards.
All
The business cards. You've got to be ready at all times, but you want to give the people something they're going to keep. You know, business card, they put it in the drawer and everything. So I find the rulers, pot holder is kind of nice. They keep that, you know, and a jar opener and a letter opener. Those have been pretty good because I want them to call me when they think about buying some real estate. Okay? But my orientation now, Paul, is to list. I like to list, and we're having a lot of fun on the listing. But real estate is the biggest investment, safest I think people can make. I still feel that way. You know, the economy is high, low, whatever. You're always looking for an investment. So, okay, Nicole, we can cancel this tape, and I think we'll go to open houses next.